Hi, I'm Loretta Jones, CEO and founder, New York Gold Tours, and I'm wishing you all a happy 4th, Independence Day, celebrating 250 years. America, and giving you a vision strategy for the fireworks. If you're lucky enough to see fireworks in person, you can maybe do this exercise. I'm giving a smartFIT vision strategy exercise as well. So maybe you can do the exercise at some point before the fireworks. And then for the fireworks, you can do the Sightcercise part of it, a vision strategy nano exercise. So you can just picture a goal, a work goal, or a goal for your personal life, or a part of your life, or part of your uh, enterprises coming to fruition visually in the fireworks, in the expanse of the firework into the space up there above. And so looking up is a good vision strategy. And we'll do a little bit of that in the exercise. We'll incorporate what's a good vision strategy for being able to call it into expanse when you look at a firework display. And they're easy to see. You can, even after the 4th, you can look them up, just do a search online, and you can see fireworks in motion, and you can do the exercise with that. But if you're lucky enough, like I said, to see them in person, then the firework takes on the exercise takes on even that much more power. So starting with, and let me just say a quick word. America, I don't believe it was an experiment. I saw the Supreme Court Justice, one of the justices, retire on TV. I saw him on his retirement day, and he held up a book, one of these. He took it out of his breastcoat pocket and held it up, and I said, "Oh, that's like mine," I said to myself. I carried them around with me as well, because I was going through an injustice for years and years, and I, being in fashion, had one for every color of every bag. And these are copies of the Constitution that also give the Declaration of Independence. And so when I saw him do that, I paid even extra attention. But what he said, I was so disappointed in. He called America an experiment. How did he leave with his foot still in the door saying that it was an experiment? Did he not take the cases? I mean, I know he took them seriously. I know he did. He was one of the most deliberate and thoughtful and caring of the judges. But to call it an experiment, I think, is misplaced. The founding fathers who came together to write the Declaration of Independence, to set the country on its course, had scientific evidence. They did the experiments. They lived it. They had scientific knowledge and measures of what did not work. And so they were very sure of what would work, America. And sometimes I think, because of studies that I'm doing, that if America we're coming from the standpoint of what didn't work and what would, I think about what sentiment that would put forth and foremost. Because the more that I look, the more that I see the people that were here before the founding fathers. And I'm not talking about Native Americans. I have some Native American ancestry, indigenous to here in this part of the world, here 10,000 years before the Europeans, but I also have European ancestry, a lot more than my Native American. But it's whatever is dominant, I think. I think our experiences outweigh our DNA. But going back to the topic, I see more of the people that were here possibly before the founding fathers, that maybe they set America on its course. Maybe they, like Amerigo Vespucci, or Columbus, Christopher Columbus himself, and his regards, the people that were with him, sending him, and they weren't just Spain. And Spain took its own course, I believe, in the Caribbean islands. But I believe here in Manhattan, things were different. Things were original. And so what about Giovanni Verrazzano and people with his regard, his trusts? And so I am looking at all of that. But in whatever case, America and our freedoms are to be celebrated. Our founding fathers are to be lauded, of course. And I celebrate. I give thanks to all. And I'm going to have some water after this exercise, and I'm going to drink it up to that 1776 day, July 4th. Yes. And the Declaration of Independence and those inalienable, unalienable rights endowed to us by the Creator above. God, the Creator above. That's what I believe. People can believe what they want to believe. But the more science studies it, the more science has always seen that there's intelligent design that just cannot be explained. The gift of life cannot be replicated. We can put those things together, but that spark of life, we never know when it's going to come. And so intelligent design, the grand creator, God above, the heavens that be, are there, whether we want to acknowledge them or not. And some people don't, and that's fine. But I'm going to drink up to all the angels that may see me through my studies, and that I feel some that walk with me along my walks through this city that I love, this country that I endear with every step, this country that is mine, that I wouldn't trade for anything. And so with that, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Enjoy. I hope you can do the exercise. And anyone who cannot do the exercise and just has to, they can picture doing the exercise and should still benefit. I should say a word about why I carried those books in my uh, in my in my bags. Sorry, uh, because I was going through an injustice with a work injury that I had, and I fought too long. I fought too hard. I fought with everything I had. And my poor son, I was the provider of our household at the time, and he had to suffer along with me. We ended up homeless because I fought so much. And so I made very, 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 very little progress and very little gain, but I made gain. So it's another thing I'm going to celebrate this 4th of July. Freedom and independence, to stand up for our liberties. It is very important. I was standing up for my ability to work, and that was compromised by an injury and the Workers' Compensation Board not willing to do what they were supposed to be doing. And so, and instead doing wrong against me. So I had to stand up to that kind of injustice, official frauds, official just mayhem. But anyway, so my heart goes out to anyone suffering any kind of injustice right now in the world. This exercise can also help with that. Thanks. side from the distance. Then you looked up to before, now look in the diagonal. Yes. One, two, three. And around, right to the right. Stretch out. Onto toes, onto the hand, reach up, back down, push down into the earth, push down to the earth. One more time. sending out the energy to the atmosphere. Have you seen it back in? Good job, everybody. May we all and our country get the nourishment that it needs, that we need. Cheers. (1776), 250 years ago today. Amazing. I believe it's unanimous. Good luck, all.